Well, good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining me today at Juanette's Crafting Corner. Except for today, I'm not crafting with you. So many people requested for me to show pictures of Fiona. In my last video, I had said that I was going to show pictures at the end and some video clips. However, once I was done with doing the flip through of the journal, I felt it was just too long to show some of that stuff. So this is a separate video to show you my sweet little Fiona, my new little puppy, a Wheaten Terrier. She is now 9 or 10 weeks old. She's gained a couple of pounds since she's been with me. We're still working on the potty training, but it's coming along. But I also want to thank these people who commented on my last video, especially Cindy, who was at my high school reunion. She is one of the gals that I have known since middle school. We hung out together. I spent many a nights at sleepovers at her house. So thanks, Cindy, for watching my video and commenting on it. Actually, my other high school reunion friends also did watch the video because I sent them the link and they texted me and said that they enjoyed it. But kudos to you, Cindy, for writing it in the comments section. And then I want to point out Teresa. She lives in Yuma, Arizona. During the winter months, so she's able to leave the heat during the summer. And I asked her when I wrote back on her comment, where does she get to go? I want to do that. But anyway, so next let's go and look at what is in store for my class reunion. This was the name tag. That was my high school portrait. And then again, some video on my sweet Miss Fiona. I hope you guys enjoy it. So these are the very first pictures of me meeting Fiona when I picked her up at the breeder, Wild West Terriers. And they're just outside of Tucson, Arizona. And I absolutely fell in love immediately with this sweet little girl. Isn't she just darling? And Wheaten Terriers initially will be dark like this, but as they mature, they turn a white color. That was her sitting on my lap on part of the drive home, and then the rest of the way she was in the passenger side of the car. The very first night she was home with me, I heard her whining in the night. So it was about midnight, and I got up to let her out. I had forgotten that the sprinklers come on at that time of the night, and so she was just having a ball, running through the sprinklers, rolling around in the grass, getting completely wet. These are some pictures of her already getting used to hanging out in my craft room with me.
Fiona!
So I brought Fiona over to my daughter's home for her to hang out with Finn and get to know him and the rest of the family.
Not real grass.
Finn has been so good with her, doesn't seem to be jealous at all, just plays with her.
Oh, don't jump on her. Fiona, come on! Fiona! I didn't know Finn's head hit my knee. Hey. Fiona, come on! She did. She's biting so much. Fiona, come on. She's like a TV.
Fiona, Fiona, come here. Come here, baby. Do you see how Finn is a white color?
Yeah, good boy.
When Finn was a puppy, he was a dark color like Fiona.
Aww. Hi, babe. Fiona's coming to see. Yeah, here she comes.
Come lick the organic coconut oil off it. Hi, pretty girl. Hey, Ben. Hi, you're a good boy. Yeah, you're a good dog. Fiona, come here. Oh, it's a good girl, yes. Oh, smell in there. Yeah. Yes, oh, you're a pretty girl. Yes, a good boy. Oh, get him. Yeah, get him. Oh, let her get you.
Oh, she wants to chew on this.
Yes, oh, it's a good girl. Yes. Oh, and a good boy. Yes. And a good boy.
She goes, ooh, dinner. Oh.
Careful, don't bounce her too much, Judd, okay?
She'll get sick.
Just little bounces.
Oh,
Careful. Careful. Don't.
that was close.
Little bounces, Joe.
Little bounces. Not big like you do with Finn.
So this is the funniest thing. This is very typical of Wheaten Terriers and how they sleep. I can hear her snoring a little bit. Oh, there. I'm sorry I disturbed you, Fiona. I know, I'm sorry. You're sleeping so good. Yeah, she is such a good girl. Now here's a picture of Finn sleeping the same way. Now here's some pictures of the actual night of the 50th high school reunion. That's my good friend Yvette, then my good friend Connie, and then a picture of Connie, me, and Yvette. And I'm telling you, we had the best time. And then you'll see in a minute a picture of Liz and I actually started crying when I hugged Liz. Those girls and I have known each other since grade school and middle school, and I spent many a night at their home for sleepovers. Then there's a picture of my class that came to the reunion. There were about 200 of us that graduated from that class, and I heard at the reunion that out of 200, 46 have already passed on. Now, when you're raised in southern New Mexico, you are eating the best Mexican food in the world, in my opinion. We are very close to the famous Hatch chili, or the town of Hatch, and you can see we had Mexican food every single day for lunch. By the time it was the end of the reunion, my friend Yvette said, I can't have Mexican food again for lunch. So we went to a burger place. It's called Lotta Burger, or Blake's Burger, Blake's Burger. And you even get green chili on your hamburger there in New Mexico. Now in the next clip, I included it because at the end of the clip, it shows us girls laughing like we used to in high school. We had asked my friend's husband to take some pictures of us, and he had his finger over the lens at first, and then he was laughing so hard because he couldn't get the camera correct, and us girls were laughing. And you can see here at the end, we are just losing it. There's me in the top left corner. Connie is standing right next to me. Yvette is the bottom left corner, and then Cindy's on the right. And then there's me, Connie, Yvette, and then the gal in the blue is Liz. She's the gal I started crying when I hugged her because we were really good friends too. And then a couple of other good friends. He's a blacksmith. And then here is some of the decor that was around the room. They grow a lot of cotton in that area, green chili, onions. It's a lot of farmland. And in the next little reel that I have is just a scan of the entire room. And I want you to notice how many men are in cowboy hats and boots. These men are the real deal. They are the real cowboys. They are ranchers, farmers. They don't just dress up to play the part. They are the real deal. And it's interesting when you move away from that kind of environment and part of the country, you forget how down to earth these people are. It was so much fun. It was actually a 3-day event. One night was my 50th class reunion. Another night was for all of the 70s, the class of the year of 70s, and their graduating party. And then this night is called Old Timers, and it's for anybody that was born and raised in southern New Mexico in the town of Deming. And it's just for everybody. And as you can see, again, they did a really nice job in the decor. Let's see, what else? Lots of windmills. Now, these are the future farmers of America, and they were the ones that served us the meal. Then the next part of the video is my friend Connie, her husband taking me for a spin around the dance floor. Now, the last year I went, Dean took me out on the dance floor, and I'm telling you, it was one of those really fast country western songs, and he was whipping me around that dance floor. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Now, when I was growing up and in my high school days, they had what is called barn dances, and they were really dances out in a barn, and it was a live band, and we would go to those dances on Saturday night. Oh my heavens. I love dancing, and I wish I had somebody to dance with now. I will be definitely heading back to southern New Mexico next year for this old timers reunion. It's so much fun to reconnect with your roots, the people you grew up, the culture you grew up with, and just enjoy yourself. Life is too short not to enjoy yourself. Well, isn't that the truth? Now, the next picture is of a gal's vest, and those of us that do slow stitching and journal making, look at, there is Battenberg lace on the back of that jacket. So this is a picture of Liz, Yvette, and I, and then there'll be a picture of Cindy where we're buying red chili to take home. Like I said, chili is grown in southern New Mexico. When it is on the plant, it is green. Then when it turns into the fall weather, I believe they stop watering it and it turns into red chili, and it's a very different taste of chili. Now there I am in the back with my cart with 2 sacks of red chili. So when I got back home to Phoenix, I had to make some red sauce. So here's the dried chilies. And so what you do is you take off the stem and take out as many seeds as you can. Then you wash them. And then you put them in a pot of boiling water and cook them until they're really nice and soft. Then I take a lot of garlic and you cook it really, really slow so it doesn't burn, but it's really nice and soft. And then you take the chilies, and I put them through either a food processor or you can do a blender, and you blend it up until it is completely pulverized. But then you still have to run it through a sieve or a really fine mesh strainer, because if you get any of that chili and it's still like not blended up real well and it gets caught in your throat, it will cause you to cough like crazy. And then you add oregano, comino or cumin is the other name for it, and then bay leaves, and you cook it. And then here's the sauce after it's cooked. You can make enchiladas with it, and what I did with this batch is I made meat, so it's steak that you cook, and then pinto beans, the sauce, some onions, and it is eaten with tortillas, flour tortillas, and a little bit of cheese on top, and that is good eating. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little video of Fiona and my trip to southern New Mexico for my 50th high school reunion. I promise my next video will be some crafting videos. This is a picture of my Roxy creation piece that I'm working on. I'm so far behind, but I'm watching my grandkids right now for 2 weeks while their parents are on a vacation. So it's easy to have sewing at their house, so I've been working on that. By the way, my sister Sherry, she cross-stitched that section with my daughter's name, my son-in-law's name, and the grandkid's name, and then my son's name, and I'm incorporating that into the piece. But anyway, thanks so much for joining me, everyone. I love you, I appreciate you, and I will see you again soon. Thanks, and bye-bye.